Yes, excellent. Good evening, everybody. It is 4:03. Today is November 6th, 2025. This is the regular meeting of the Buckman Direct Diversion Board. And calling this meeting to order. And can I get a roll call, please?
Member Schmidt-Peterson,
Here.
Mr. Engelhoff, Commissioner Hughes,
He's going to be late.
Councilor Katzit,
Here.
Councilor Romero Worth,
Here.
and Chair Green.
I'm here.
Quorum.
Thank you very much. Agenda, comments on the agenda? Nancy, I know you had one. You can make it, or I'll happy to make it if you.
Yes, what I was suggesting is that we move the executive session until after adjournment so that everyone may go home and the planning commission can set up, but we're not anticipating any action that you would need to take.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. I got a motion by Councilor Romero Worth, a second by Councilor Cassett. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. Wonderful. So agenda approved as amended. Matters from the public. Anybody here who wants to speak? Nobody online, nobody here. Thank you very much. We'll keep on moving. Approval of the minutes of the October 2nd Buckman Direct Diversion Board meeting. Any changes from staff? Any change?
Move to approve.
Excellent. Motion from Councilor Cassett.
Second.
Oh, thanks. And a second from member Rolf Peterson. Peterson Schmidt, Rolf. Smith Peterson. It's three names that gets me caught up. So all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Meeting minutes are approved. Moving on to the consent agenda. Are there any requests to pull anything off?
Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to pull items A and B off. Not that I have specific problems with them, but I'd just like to learn more because parts of this that I wasn't aware of previous years. It's me.
Excellent. We will pull off item A and B, and we will remain with item C. Anybody else comments on that?
Move to approve as amended. Second.
Excellent. So we got a motion to approve from Councilor Cassett, a second from Councilor Romero Worth. That is removing A and B and just passing item C. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. Item C is approved. Moving on to item A of the agenda. That would be Brad. You're up to present.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So to present on this subject matter A, we purchased, I'm just looking through here to make sure I got the right notes.
The item A, technical budget amendment request to move budgeted funds from vacancy savings in the amount of $300,000 to service contract line for continued accounting support by Clifton Larson.
So here recently, Samantha Seacrest, our accounting supervisor, has resigned for personal reasons. And so we are looking at CLA to fill in that void for us. And so we got together with them and we got an estimate put together, and it's in the range of $300K for their services for the rest of this year.
Thank you. I was wondering about that just because of the large difference between the 80,000 helping with the audit and going to 300,000. It was like, well, how many FTE is that? But it also shows the value of the BDD staff themselves in getting these things done when we have.
Yeah, CLA has really been a staple here recently, helping us through not only the audit, but the training that they were providing for Samantha as well.
There's no other questions, Mr. Chairman. I move to approve.
Oh, do you want to move to approve? that are we playing this game or not yet?
Got it.
Well, I'll second, but can I,
Of course.
did we do an exit interview? And I'm concerned about the amount of turnover we've had in this position and how critical it is. And trying to figure out what it is that is, keeping us from getting a good match and holding on to the talent that we get. So I just think this, yeah, I don't, this is a personnel issue, but I just think if there's anything we can do to learn and maybe make adjustments so that next time we find somebody, we're able to keep them. And I don't know anything about this person and whether what was what and, but I just am concerned that we've had a hard time keeping somebody in this position and it's critical.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Vice Chair. Yeah, we've already had internal conversations between us and Jesse particularly and Jonathan about moving forward with having conversations with Emily Oster about how we're going to move forward with this position in preparation to maybe changing that job title.
Okay. Thanks. We have a motion from Counselor Casa. We have a second from Counselor Romero Worth. Any other follow-up? Yes, sir.
Just one quick question, because I had noted on the facility manager's monthly update, current job vacancy updates, it listed accounting supervisor pending posting. What's going to be the salary range that gets posted for that position?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Member Ives, I don't have that off the top of my head, but I could email that to you for clarification.
Maybe just what has it been paying till the recent resignation?
I think it's between 75K and 90.
Thank you.
Excellent. Seeing no further questions, we got a motion on the floor and a second. All in favor of passing?
Motion?
Sorry, motion, got to do a roll call, sorry. So we've got, for the consent agenda, it was pulled off. It is item 6A. And it is the budget request, adjustment request from vacancy savings for $300,000 to provide contractor support. It is in favor.
It's in favor. And it's the Clifton Larson Allen contract to do accounting support, which includes the position we've just lost and I think audit support, correct?
Okay. And so a roll call, please.
Mr. Schmidt-Peterson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hughes,
Yes.
Counselor Cassett,
Yes.
Counselor Romero Worth,
Yes.
and Chair Green.
Yes. Thanks. So, okay, that's disappointing, but hey, moving forward. Item B, request for approval to apply the federal clean energy efficiency credits to reduce the outstanding solar lease purchase debt owed by the Buckman direct diversion to the city of Santa Fe in the amount of $1,106,612.77. Brad, you're up again.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Here recently in the last couple of years, we've got two new solar arrays with the city's efficiency movement. And so the city has fronted that money for us, and purchased them, and we're making payments. So if you look at the schedule on the back of that material, you can see that we owe for the total project about 5.2 million. In doing so, we have received a credit from the feds, tax credit, energy efficient credit, whatever you want to call it. And we are applying that to pay down some of that debt that we've incurred from purchasing those solar arrays.
Okay, thanks. Questions?
To approve.
You have a question?
Mr. Chairman, I think Brad answered that.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure I quite understood how the money was moving. It came from the federal government directly to BDD or to Santa Fe to BDD and then back. That was what I wasn't sure of.
Yeah, so the city of Santa Fe received that for us. They gave it to us, and now we're just giving it back to pay down.
And then if I may, what was the rate that we were paying? What's the interest rate? And were we paying an interest rate to the city?
I'm unsure of that. I'd have to look into that. I don't believe we are, though.
So that was free money that could have been redeployed to something that we might have needed, but we are returning it to the city by this motion.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, I'm just looking at some of the agreements that we entered into for this project. So it was a citywide agreement for energy savings financed by Sterling Bank. And we had two projects, really three projects, but two solar projects at BDD. So the city handled all the financing for it, including the financing for our projects. And then we owe a certain portion of the total to pay for our projects. The city makes the payments because it's all one debt.
Mhm.
And then we are obligated to make payments to the city to offset the payments they've made for us.
Was there any internal discussion as to continue to make payments and use this money for something that we might have needed at BDD?
Well, we're contractually obligated to make the payments. It's a loan with a bank, long-term loan.
But were we obligated to pay this lump sum if we had actually received this credit from the feds? Or, I mean, yes, we have to make the payments. Yes, you pay your debts. But
Right.
but the question is if this money out there, if we could have used this to finance something that we needed money for here, whether it's more big fix or whatever, or more efficiency things.
I can add some more context to that, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
So we weren't making the payments is the
We-
problem.
We weren't?
We were not making the payments. So the first couple of payments weren't withdrawn from BDD when it first went into effect. So this is going to get us up to current, pretty close.
Okay, so we were behind. Great. Okay, well, then we should get caught up. All right. We have a motion, we have a second. Do we need a roll call on this then? Yes, a roll call, please.
Mr. Schmidt-Peterson,
Yes.
Commissioner Hughes,
Yes.
Counselor Cassett,
Yes.
Counselor Romero Worth,
Yes.
and Chair Green.
Yes. Thank you very much. Okay, moving on to item 7, presentation and informational items. We've got our monthly update on BDD operations. Matt, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair Green, members of the board. This update summarizes our BDD operations for the month of October 2025. Raw water diversions averaged 3.24 million gallons per day. Drinking water deliveries through Booster Station 4A and 5A averaged 2.90 million gallons per day. And raw water delivered to Las Campanas averaged 0.21 million gallons per day through Booster Station 2A. Also, BDD contributed 29.1% of the drinking water to the city and county for the month of October 2025. And I'll stand for questions.
Mr. Chairman, I just have a comment.
Go ahead.
Wanted to BDD management and staff. Given how wild this year was with finance, easily wet summer just here in Santa Fe. You guys have done.
Thank you.
I'd acknowledge that.
Anybody else? Hearing none. Matt, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Moving on. We've got item 7B, report from the BDD facilities manager. Bradley, please do the honors.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the board and guests. This is the update on our progress across facility projects procurement and critical staffing needs for November 2025. We continue to advance well across our capital work. Both the design project and our general major repair and replacement, or MR&R projects, are moving forward. Under the MR&R fund, we are actively processing quotes for vehicle replacement. However, I must know that the delivery for the loader that I gave an update on in October, I believe, has been moved back due to ongoing supply chain issues, and it's scheduled now for December. We are working closely with the city team to finalize and process RFP for the PLC replacement, which is a significant project. We expect that RFP to be posted shortly. Moving on to finances, our staff have been collaborating effectively with CLA and CRI on the FY 2025 BDD audit. I'm pleased to confirm that we remain on track to have the audit completed and finalized before December. Finally, on staffing, BDD personnel continue to address existing vacancies, which is vital for maintaining our long-term operational efficiency. We are working with city staff on the following. We have successfully closed the posting for the chemist on November 5th. The contracts administrator reclassification will be effective November 8th. And then we continue to work to fill the rest of those vacancies, and I'll stand for questions.
Anybody with questions? None. So, December 15th is when we're going to put in the audit. Do we have any clarity as to when an exit audit interview would be set up for myself and the vice chair?
I'm unsure on that at this time, but I will get back with you because there is a timeline that CRI has shared with us.
Okay. Anything else? I see nothing. Brad, thank you very much. Moving on. Action items, presentation and possible action regarding the memorandum of understanding between the U.S. Department of Energy and the Buckman Direct Diversion Board regarding notification and water quality monitoring. Brad and Kyle and Peter.
That puts it up even higher. Can you hear me okay?
Sir.
Good evening, Chair and Board. I want to first just explain what I explained to citizen member Ives recently, which is that we did have a caption in the agenda hoping that we might have late breaking news today on an actionable MOU. And the memo, of course, talks about areas of agreement. And so that may have been a little confusing to you and others, but we were holding out. I probably should have put something in the beginning of the memo explaining that the agenda was holding a spot open for possible action. As you can probably tell, we do not have a MOU for you to act on this evening. Let me just mention what's in the memo briefly and then stand for any questions. We have resolved a number of issues with Lanel concerning the dates to which this MOU will apply, and perhaps critically, the second item, as some of you may remember, we had some high flows on the Rio Grande 2 years ago, and the lower part of LA Pueblo Canyon actually filled with water from that high flow and inundated the gauge that we're using for the early notification system, the ENS. And so through the negotiation process this summer, we've reached agreement with Lanel that station will be repurposed with a camera pointing upstream in order to capture areas that are out of the presumed flooding zone. And that work was done by Peter Hunt at GGI-GZA. That was a very helpful contribution to the ongoing relationship. As the memo notes, that change to that station will require the Pueblo of San Ildefonso's concurrence. And so when we do get under our new MOU, that will be a task to work with Lanel to secure that permission. Pueblo, because it is on Pueblo land. And a couple of other small items. The outstanding matter that the memo references continues to be the funding. Obviously, funding has been a challenge all year with the feds, and grants are no exception. We intend to bring you an actionable MOU at the December meeting, regardless of where that topic stands at that time. And we'll be prepared to talk about what that MOU contains in it regarding all of these issues, including the funding at December. I think that concludes my presentation.
Since,
Everything? A thumbs up from Brad. So,
sir.
The discussion about the camera included the idea of basically a camera that can move. It's the sightline. Seems like that would be.
The sensitivity, citizen member Schmidt-Peterson, is that on Pueblo land, the Pueblo has the opposite intent for the camera. They would like it to not move and not be where it can view various parts of their reservation. So what we're actually doing is probably putting blinders on it and pointing it specifically to the section of the channel that we're most interested in, and ensuring that it has nighttime capability. So I appreciate the creative thought in the direction you were going, but the discussions are actually formed by what is likely to be most acceptable to the public.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I'd had quite a bit of experience with TNI
Mhm.
accessing that gauge, and I guess I was under the mistake and thought that they would be interested in being able to determine if somebody's out in that area without having to send. So, yeah. Oh, so, yeah, thank you. So, just that whole aspect, because I know that was a concern in the past, people trespassing.
My understanding is they have other techniques for managing trespass. Yeah, so pardon me for those of you who remember this, but it might be useful to just remember that the current camera very specifically picks down for the same sensitivity that direction that we've gotten from the Pueblo. And that's the inundation when the Rio Grande is running high is what then gives you're just looking at Rio Grande water as opposed to flows in LA Pueblo Canyon, which is what the ENS. And as I think many of you know, the ENS system is a critical part of ensuring that we only divert water from the Rio Grande when it doesn't have the influence of the LA Pueblo Canyon sediments. The treatment plant can treat everything, as we know, but the precautionary principle leads us to avoiding draws from the Rio Grande when there are LA Pueblo Canyon sediment flows in the river, so that we avoid the cost and other related issues to diversions during that. So, and just also to remind everybody, the lab has been cooperative in continuing to manage the ENS system during this time out of the MOU, which we are very grateful.
On that question, is that still continuing with the federal shutdown?
To the best of my knowledge, it is. Yes, sir.
This question on there. You guys have an idea how many times LA Canyon flowed into the Rio Grande this summer?
That is a great question for my colleague, Mr. Hunt.
Yeah, Member Schmidt-Peterson, Mr. Chair. Thanks for the question. I believe the last count was 5 shutdowns from flows from LA Pueblo Canyon this summer.
Very good. So if there are no other questions, we will definitely have this item on your December agenda with something to take action upon.
Okay. Obviously, saving us money is great. Making sure we have a longer term MOU is right behind it. Splitting the difference, whatever, just, I don't know if anybody has but getting this done. This is a going away present to Councilor Romero Worth. So, yeah, we can bring other things too, but this is right. This is official business. So.
Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Good luck. Okay, moving on, we've got matters from the board because executive session was moved to afterwards. Sure. No, no, we can, matters from the board if there's anything, yeah, no. It can be you two on that. No, Jamie? Council Cassett? No? You're gonna need a motion soon. I'm just gonna say, this chair was very comfortable for a while and anyway, that's my only matter from the board. So, okay, so moving into executive session, Madam Vice Chair?
Let's see, where are we? I move that we go into executive session pursuant to the Open Meetings Act. Where is that section? Is it on here?
Madam Chair, may I interrupt for a second?
Yes, go
Yes.
ahead.
So,
There it is.
just to declare that our next meeting is going to be Thursday, December 4th, and that we are going to adjourn prior to this as a part of this motion, please.
Okay, there we go. That was good because it gave me a chance to find it. I move that we enter into executive session pursuant to the Open Meetings Act, Section 10-15-1, H6, for discussion of, let's see, what is it? Discussion of,
Contract negotiations.
competitive sealed proposals? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, that's
Yeah. For discussion of competitive sealed proposals solicited pursuant to the City of Santa Fe's procurement code. Second?
Excellent. We got a motion by Councilor Romero Worth and a second by Councilor Cassett. A roll call, please.
Yes.
Here,
Yes.
Counselor Cassett,
Yes.
Sue Romero Worth,
Yes.
and Chair Green.
Yes. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody. We will see you all in December. Have a great Thanksgiving.